Welcome to episode 20 of Aurei Plays 7 Billion Humans. We finished up Lazy Pathways and now we get to do Defrag Disordered. Let's see what we get here. It's time for a reckoning. Okay, cool. Okay. So we wanna pack it in as few rows towards the top as possible. We don't care about order of cubes. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is something that again, I mean, we can just do it sort of randomly, I guess. The way to go about this is probably okay. So the way that will always work is if we go search for a cube, pick it up. So okay, so actually a nice way to do it is just to walk to the bottom, fetch the nearest cube, and put it as far up as we can. Right? This will actually, I think this will be because nearest data cube actually gets recollected. So we pick it up. And let's see. Yeah, this could be tricky. Maybe we should just do a random walk strategy. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's do a random walk. So just step randomly in any direction. This will take a while, but again, it will work. Take a step if we're standing on a data cube. And this is nothing, or this is nothing, or this is nothing. What we will just do is we can pick up the cube and just walk up basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step up. If above yeah, if this is nothing, or this one is nothing, or this one is nothing, we'll just step up again, and we'll repeat that part. So jump. We'll step up, and we'll repeat this part. Okay. So what if it's not? Then we're gonna drop it. So if this is nothing, drop, and then we'll jump back to here. Actually, let's see, we'll jump from here at least. Maybe we'll need to jump from here. We'll drop it, else if is nothing, drop, or not drop, step there and then drop, else we'll step to the right and then drop. Now, I seem to remember from the puzzle that we couldn't solve the one with the sorting floor, that if you had a drop and you couldn't do it, then it will leave you. It will move on to the next instruction at some point. So what we can do is we can use that to check here. So if my item is a data cube, then we'll just step randomly, and if I'm standing on nothing, drop it. So this ensures that if there's some sort of race condition where if we've dropped it, then we can get back here, and otherwise, actually we want to do it if it's not nothing, then we'll jump and do another random step, and else we'll just fall through to this jump and we'll go back to the beginning, because then we've dropped it. Wait, the drop should be here. Down here. So if it's not nothing, jump. So what this ensures is that if two people pick the same square to drop something in, and one of them gets stuck with an item in their hands, they'll just walk around randomly, drop it somewhere, and start back over. So let's see what happens. Oh, of course, I forgot to this is so annoying. Okay, I guess that sort of suggests that you shouldn't be using a randomized strategy like this. This I forgot this could happen, and it's so annoying. Yeah, we can't use if with this. Okay, let's do if this is a hole, and yeah, okay, so let's, if to the left there is a hole, and this but we need to be able to walk. Yeah, we will still randomly walk onto the let's say this location is nothing. Step there. Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do is actually, so I'm gonna change this to an or. We're gonna say if this is a hole, or actually we need to check these directions. So if we check the diagonal directions, we're always good, right? So if one of the diagonal directions is a hole, this direction is a hole, then we want to step, but if we're gonna step deterministically, it should be away from the hole. So let's say, so if this is nothing, are we always fine stepping there? I guess we are, right? It will always get us away from these edges. So if you step like up there, then you always get away from the edge, unless you're here. So I guess then we step. So if you're here, then is that, yeah, so here and here are the exceptions. So then we need to have a way to, else if this direction is nothing, we are going to step there, because then we'll step out of it like this. Step there, and I guess if then we'll step down otherwise. Right? So will this always work? If this is nothing, so if this is whole and this is whole, then we're clearly at the top here. So then we cannot safely step down here, because if we would be here, then that would be a problem. So if this is nothing, then we step there. So here everything should not be a hole, because if there's a worker there, or we don't care. We just don't want to fall into the hole. So else we're gonna step here. Right? Now we've got all directions. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, this is weird. So I guess this OR condition doesn't work out the way I want it to. So let's delete all this. So if it's a data cube, then we want to, if this is nothing, or this is, this is nothing, or this is nothing, let's actually use not a data cube. No, it's better to use nothing. Then we're gonna do all of this. So we need to carefully put everything in here. Yeah, okay, so if we've checked if it's all nothing, then we're gonna pick it up. Right, if this is a data cube, and else we're gonna jump back up there, and we'll do a random step again. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna run into some issues. Oh no, are we? We might. So yeah, so here we see the backup in action. Oh wait, one of them disappeared into nothing. That's kind of problematic. If this is not a hole, then step there. If this is not a hole, step there. If this is not a hole, step there. Else. Oh, we could. Yeah, okay, so let's put in if this is not a hole. Wait, I'm not sure why this matters, but let's put it in there anyway. And else, let's put as a fallback in that we go. No, that makes no sense. In every case, we should be able to do this. Oh, we can. Okay, let's carefully watch when one disappears, because that could be kind of problematic. Oh, there we go. So, yes, okay, so what happens if... Wait, what? They'll step in here. Oh, and they'll immediately take a random step. So, this should actually be in the else of this thing. Yep, there we go. So if there's not a hole, then we can take a random step. Okay, so the question that we have left actually, if this works, because we only check locally, so we check the 3 tiles above, so we could have some one of them stuck in a place where yeah, where they can't actually do anything. So let's see what happens here. So we do have some bias towards where they walk due to the whole algorithm. Oh, here they can get stuck in a corner, I guess. Okay, so I was afraid of this, because what happens here? Well, if they get here, then they'll step there, and then when they're here, they'll step right down. Okay, that's kind of a shame. Let's see, if above to the right is not a hole, then they can always walk up as well, right? Because if you have a hole to the right top, then wherever you're standing, the one, yeah, okay. So here, and actually the same should then hold for this direction, right? So that's always safe. And here we have the same thing. So let's add some randomness in here, and that should fix the issue. Let's see. Let's hope they won't fall into the abyss again. It should also kind of remove this bias of them walking to the top. Yeah, so what I was saying is at the end, the problem could still be that they don't manage to get all of them to the right place. Say we have here to the left one and like a triangle like this, then we might not be able to get all of them to the top. And in fact, this strategy is actually, it's probably kind of slow, but in general, like defragging is actually a hard problem. Yeah, so what we will see actually is that it doesn't work out, right? Because this one will likely, it depends a little bit on when it's picked up, but it will likely get stuck in a place where, yeah, where it shouldn't be. So let's see if we can actually see that happen. Yeah, so this is what happens. Oh, that's, yep, that's not what we wanted. So maybe this whole strategy it's too local. Yeah, there's really not a way to actually detect this from happening. What we could do is we could send someone. Okay, so what we could do is we could have. Okay, so let's think about this again. So what we could do instead is we can let them all walk up, find out what the best empty spot is, walk down, find the nearest data cube, pick it up, drop it on the spot where we think it's supposed to go, and that way it will work. It will be kind of slow, but it will, I mean, it won't be slower than this, of course, but it will work, I think. At least we probably won't get this situation. So there's an alternative, which is that to just let them run along the bottom and pick up stuff. But then at some point you'll... Yeah, I mean, you could do that. But the problem is that you don't really know. Okay, so I mean the approach that I'm suggesting actually does I think it does what we want it to do. We might accidentally pick something up and put it in a place where it shouldn't be, but or take it from a place where it's already defragged, but let's reset and see what happens. So yeah, let's throw this away and let's start fresh. So strategy, we want to find a place at the top that's relevant, right? That we can use. So the thing that I'm sort of concerned about is how do we make sure that we don't keep picking up stuff, right? So if there's 4 of them, then what might happen is that we're almost done, but then someone says, hey, okay, the next open square is on this line, so let's go find one of the cubes and put it there, which will actually, it won't work because because we took it from the place where it's supposed to go. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's step up. Right now, let's step left. If to the left is not a hole, step left. If we manage to tap, jump. Then if above is not a hole, step up and repeat that. So now we're up here. So then we'll go step to the right. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. If my current location is nothing, then we set to mem1 my current location and we jump into the next phase. So what we can do here is if right is not a hole, then we'll do this. Yep. Okay, so and then we can else, or rather here, so if it's not nothing, then we'll repeat this. If it is a hole, then what we'll do is we'll step down and then do the same shenanigans with stepping left. So let's actually, okay, so let's create the same block of code here, but we'll step in at a particular point. So if it's not a hole, then yeah, we can just fall through. So then yeah, so okay, so the issue here is that if we step down, we need to, yeah, so let's step down and then we'll jump into the right spot. So if this is to the left is not a hole, we step left. If where we're standing is nothing, set that direction to mem1, and then we'll jump out to the same point as the other one. Else we'll jump back to this point. So where do we want to jump in here? We want to check if it's nothing first. So then what do we have here? If it is a hole, then we'll jump. So if it is a hole, yeah, then we can do the same. So we'll step down actually again, and once we step down, we'll check this. Okay. Yeah, so I think this should be good. Or should it be good? I'm not quite sure. Let's see. So we need another plan still. So here we want to step down as long as there is not a hole. Then we want to set the nearest cube to mem2. Pick it up. Pick up mem2. Step to 1. I'm not sure if this works. Maybe we need to repeat that and then drop it, and then we'll start all the way here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, repeat. Okay, so they'll go up. They'll find a place. Okay, so they can't step to nothing. Yeah, okay, so does this even... I guess it doesn't work. We can't do this. That's kind of crappy. Okay, that sucks. Okay, well, Yeah. Okay, so we can do it the other way around. So we can pick up the nearest cube and then just move it up maybe a little bit and keep doing that. That's also a way to go. It's slow, but it will work. And yeah, but so the problem there is we can't do it. So what we can do is we can first pick up the cube, then walk there, and then do the whole shenanigans. Okay, so first of all, what we will do, we'll get the nearest cube and pick it up. Then we'll walk along this way, and then if we encounter nothing, we'll drop it. And then this jump we can throw it away, and this it will go over here. It won't. So okay, so if we've dropped it, we need to go over here and set a routine. So let's to do walk back. Okay. So let's see. So we pick up the first cube. We go walk up. We go walk to the left. So if there's a hole, we drop it. We jump out. If not, then here we also find a spot. So we drop it. We jump out to here. And then actually, yeah, so it actually works this way, right? So we just walk down until there's no longer a hole, and then we jump back up and we pick up a new one. Let's see if this works. Pick up mem1. Yeah, this looks good. Oh, this is pretty awesome. It works exactly like you want it to. Yep. That's pretty cool. And what's funny, yeah, so what's interesting is that we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's a little slow. So what's, yep, okay. So the final thing that I sort of feared that's going to happen is actually happening. So they're getting stuck in an infinite loop because they, yeah, because they managed to. Okay, so we can actually so what we can do is we can actually save the one that we picked up. Yeah, so okay, so let's set yeah, this my guess is that this is gonna break. Set mem1 or set mem2 with mem1, and here we only want to pick it up if mem1 is not equal to mem2, and otherwise we can just end the program. So this might still leave a cube somewhere, but let's see how this works out. Okay, you're not happy about this? Okay, interesting. Anyways, it works. Okay. So maybe it will fail on some input, so let's see. Okay, it turns out it works on all of them. So we might lose a worker or two, but at least it works. Which is probably due to the mechanics between nearest and picking the thing up, but it doesn't matter and it works out nicely. It's actually quite fast as well. It's like nearly... I'm kind of impressed by that. Awesome. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.